Hey there. Today I just wanted to talk to you about life, you know? That's kind of broad spectrum, my bad. But, I was just at a funeral today and I figured I've gotten probably some of the best advice today. The first one is people remember you by who you were, not what you did. It's a small fraction. The relationships that you fostered, the feelings that you gave people, did you make them happy? Did you make them laugh? Did you help them? Did you make them joyful? Did you help them in a tough situation, you know? Were you there for people and now they're there for you? And then a small fraction of that is your resume. A small fraction of that is your accomplishments. Your spouse or closest family relative, list a couple things off. You did this, you're born this, you did this, you had all these hardships, you did this job, but inevitably, that's it. Everything that really does matter, that's really talked about at your funeral, is who you were. Were you a person of pride? A person to be respected? A person that incited peace and happiness among others? You know, to be joyful? You know, it's really given me an outlook on life is that, you know, spreading positivity, you know? I know it's so cliche. It's not just that. I truly feel that as an introvert, you're doing a disservice to yourself and others. Because to be introverted means you're a little bit more closed off. You don't like talking to people as much. But when you don't like talking to people as much, you dislike talking to others. And when you dislike talking to others, maybe you start disliking others. Maybe when people are trying to talk to you and you're not having it, and you just want to be by yourself, maybe you lash out at someone. Maybe you get a little upset, a little irritated, and you take it out on them. You say something that maybe you should have bit your tongue on, because you didn't mean it, but you said it because you just wanted them to back off, you know? And see, that's the problem of being an introvert, is that, you know, doing those things to people to distance yourself from others, it just hurts you in the long run. Because I understand if you need your peace, we all need our peace, but there's a certain threshold where you're hurting others by pushing them away. And that sucks. It really does. But what am I trying to say with this? It was a long day. It's been a tough day. Probably haven't posted the pictures, but I was out last night. I was going on a walk. And I was by myself. I was walking a neighborhood for like 4.5 hours. It was a great walk. I had to walk barefoot at the end because my shoes came apart and they started hurting my feet. So I took them off and I walked barefoot home with a limp because my toes started hurting. It was pretty great though. Got home at 2:30 a.m. I'm a little bit tired now. This light that's blaring in my face right now, hopefully it gives you a better video experience, but it's also keeping me awake, basically blinding me into focusing on the road. But I wanted to talk to you before I forgot any of today, because I'm probably going to get this out there. You know, that introversion, switching it to be an extrovert, switching it to be, good to others and seeking out others, seeking out strong, reliable, trustworthy relationships. Some of this is a little bit of, self-actualization, but I really do believe in trying to build those relationships, And, from my walk last night, it was peaceful. It really was. I found a playground. It was rainy. The sprinklers were on. I ran in the sprinklers a little bit. I was dancing barefoot with the shoes in hand, blasting music off my phone. It was beautiful. It really was. I wish I could show you like a little video montage, but sometimes you have to live in the moment. And sometimes the moment is you by yourself. But you can share those moments with people. And in the future you can show people where you've been. And maybe you can take them to those places and give them that experience that you had, so that they can find joy in it like you have. I guess that's maybe why I do photography, why I take photos, is because I want to share my life with people. I want to get closer to people. I want to share the love that I have for this world with others. Because nature's beautiful, man. Walking around, nature, development, neighborhoods, it doesn't matter. There's nature everywhere. There's somewhere green in New York. If there's green in New York, if there's, the park in New York, what's it called? I don't know. If there's a park in New York, there's a park where you're at. I promise you that. There's somewhere green to walk. There's somewhere beautiful to see. There's someone beautiful to see. There's always something to do. And I don't want to put down phones or anything like that. Phones, technology, YouTube, movies, TV shows, video games, spending time on your phone, doom scrolling, Instagram reels. It's not bad. It's not good either. I'm just trying to live my life each day. Trying to be free, I'm starting to realize more and more is that, we don't have enough time on this world, on this planet. And if you're going to slow time, if you're really going to savor the moment, it's not scrolling reels. It's not, being on your phone constantly. It's about living in the moment. And sometimes you're going to be by yourself. And if you're feeling sad, I promise you that the cure is to be okay with being by yourself. Be okay with that. You have to be. Because there's going to be days when you're by yourself. Weeks, months even. You go to work, you see your coworkers, you see a friend once a week, and you go home. Repeat. The monotony of your life is your monotony. You don't do the same job with someone else as a team effort. Think about it like this. The Army has that. You wake up as a team, a squadron. You do the same exercises. You go to mess hall together. You eat together. Maybe you do some other stuff together. Whoa, I said it. Army, military. It gives discipline, but it also gives community and routine with others. A common goal. A common work. A common career. A common job. It's a common experience. It's not just I work with that guy. It's I wake up with that guy. I sleep with that guy. Whoa, pause. I eat with that guy. Those group of people. I actually need to say, not that kind of group of people. But, that's what I'm talking about. That's life, And sometimes you don't get to experience life with someone right next to you. not every bit of it. You could live with someone. You could eat meals together. You could go out on dates. But at the end of the day, maybe you don't work in the same job or the same department. So you've lived different lives and you can share those different lives with each other. But, sometimes life can be a little bit boring, especially in these years. You're probably 18 to, 30 years old right now. You're not married. You don't have a boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other. And you've got no one to share this with. Your parents, maybe. Your friends, maybe. A piece of your life. Your coworkers that are slowly becoming friends outside of work, maybe. But, yeah, from the ages of 18 to 30, you are lonely. Male or female, but predominantly, I think, men more. Not to say that women don't go through some stuff, but men go through a lot of things on their own. You've got to be okay with that. I've accepted at this point. Now, I do want to spend time with people. I do want to make more friends and build stronger relationships. But for the time being, I'm at peace with where I'm at financially, career-wise, friendship-wise, and even relationship-wise, even though I'm single AF. If I've learned anything on my time on earth, it's to be at peace with your life. We can kind of succumb to FOMO sometimes, that fear of missing out. You see on social media all these amazing things that people are doing, and you can never do all of them. You can never do some of them. You might not even do one of them. Motorcycle. These guys having so much fun on motorcycles doing wheelies and stuff, and it's dangerous, but it looks fun. Skydiving, ice, like snowboarding and skiing, water skiing, skateboarding. Maybe you're not that good at it. There's certain things in life that we may not get the chance to do, or want to have the chance to do, because we like to value our lives. We outweigh the possibilities and figure out that it's probably not safe to do that. But what I'm saying there with that is you're not going to experience everything. You're not going to be born with the town with everything in it. Let's say you're born in Miami and you never leave Miami for your entire life. There's a lot of city life there. There's a lot of stuff to do. You could spend your whole life there and you would see the whole city. But you wouldn't see everything this city had to offer. I promise you that. Whether it's financially, you don't have enough money to go to the special clubs. Whether it's the simple fact of it's a long beach around South Florida. I mean, a long beach to go around the entire, state of Florida. Even Central Florida with every theme park. You can experience a percentage, a good chunk of the area that you live in, but you'll never experience everything. You could experience every single country in the world, but you only be there for maybe a week or so, tops. You won't experience everything that country has to offer, or even that state has to offer, or even that county has to offer, So, you have to be at peace and reduce that fear of missing out and understand that, just appreciate the moment that you're in, because I promise you that if you're constantly seeking out another thing, you'll never find what you're looking for. What you're looking for is right in front of you. It's across the street. It's in your neighborhood. It's time. It's a middle of the night walk. within thy soul, you know? Spending time with friends, not thinking about who's going to show up, just be in the moment. I hope that you can be in the moment, you know? I think that's what the title should be. Live in the present. And try to be good. Try to be a good person. Try to, be good to people. Because everyone's going through stuff. Everyone's going through stuff where it's physical, financial, emotional, mental. I mean, we're all going through things. Everyone has their own story, and it's amazing to see everyone's story. And no one's past redemption all the way. You can always forgive someone and re-look at your relationship with them. You can always start again. Start fresh. Maybe a handful of people you can't start fresh with. But for the most part, there's always another chance. But my flashlight went out. That's unfortunate. But yeah. So I'm tired. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. But I wanted to talk to you about that. I think it's really important. Trying to be patient with people, you know? And, just trying to maximize my day. Prioritize, Don't have fear of missing out, but don't just let your day go by. Try to do some things, Find some events to do with some friends. Go do it, But anyways, I'm gonna go take a shower and pass out. I'll see you in the morning. Peace.